Epilepsy is a huge spectrum. So even a child can have epilepsy, even one can get epilepsy at the age of 70. So there is a formula that typically doctors follow, that if you don't get a seizure or an attack for 2 years or more than 2 years, then they start decreasing the medication and then they kind of put you off on medication. But that's something that is very, very individual, and that totally you have to work hand in hand in partnership with the neurologist you are consulting. I'm an entrepreneur and a housewife. I have a lovely husband and a 13-year-old son. As per the World Health Organization, typically 1 in 100 people faint or get chakkar, syncope, wo suraj ki wajah se ho jata hai, whatever. That is 1 in 100 people, but 1 in 200 people typically get seizures and mostly are diagnosed with epilepsy, mostly. Now, it is the largest disorder, neurological disorder after migraine. So, the numbers are that big. But because of the stigma attached to it, nobody speaks about it. Typically, a lot of times epilepsy happens because, people birth injury hota hai, ya people fall, accident hota hai, ya brain mein kuch lag gaya. But mine is something that there was no cause. I just happened to get a seizure one day, and first time my parents kind of said, "Acha kuch hua hoga," dawai diya, local doctor ko dikhaya. But then when that became repetitive is when we saw a neurologist, and there is a test called EEG that needs to be done to see if the person has epilepsy or no. So my test was done, and then of course I got diagnosed with epilepsy, and then I was put on medication. I was diagnosed at the age of 13, but I think my parents were not as rattled. So firstly, they didn't tell me that I have some mega issue in life. They just said, "Jo bhi hai, dawai lena hai," and life continues as is. I'm on valproate right now. I'm on valproate. When I was just first put on the medication, I was still put on valproate only, and I took that medicine till from the age of 13 till the age of 28. Now, why did I change the medicine at 28? Because I wanted to plan a family. Now, with that drug, what happens is there is a chance that the fetus could have a problem. So that's a potential side effect of valproate. So what we actually had to do is, my doctor, my neurologist and me, we actually did a journey of 4 years where we went through a whole cleaning process of the drug that was in my system. We started me on a new drug, we slowly increased that drug, and then I conceived. So everything is possible. One just needs to consult their neurologist and walk the journey with them. But the most important thing is, different drugs have different side effects on different people, because every body type is different, every epilepsy is different, and how every drug reacts to different people is different. So the expert, who is a neurologist, is the best person to guide you on this. And people generally think that wo jo dhar dhar hota hai, insaan gir jata hai, that typical, that ugly looking thing is only a seizure, but that's not true. Sometimes people have these blank spells, and a lot of times hands keep just going, and anything that is not in your control and happens is a seizure. But people don't, an onlooker will not realize it, and I am going through it. So I am also not realizing this because I blanked out, right? But it's very important that, if any kind of behavior is repeated, which typically people think is a little off, it's always good to consult a doctor, because a lot of these things like blank spells, constantly, moving hands, just getting lost, a lot of this is different types of epilepsy. And mine is a juvenile epilepsy where I faint and I get those horrid seizures, which I fall and I mostly hurt myself. As a person who constantly gets seizures, if I have fallen in the bus or on the road, it is extremely important that people help me, because I would otherwise hurt myself really bad. So all they need to do is just make me comfortable. put me in a place where I will not hurt myself, because I'm banging my head very hard because I'm going like this. They just need to make me comfortable. In about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, once I'm comfortable, I relax, and then I will gain consciousness and I will tell them what to do. But please, please, please do not put water in the mouth. Do not put anything, do not stuff anything in my mouth. Do not put kanda, chappal, chabi, because what typically happens is when you're stuffing something in the mouth, I have clenched my teeth. I don't put your ungli also in my mouth, because I will end up biting you. I will end up biting myself. There are times if you put water in my mouth, it will go into my lungs, which will cause more problem. So there are times when the seizures will become fine, but it's the after the first state that was done, which was basically done with good intent, but because it's not the right thing to do, it did cause a lot of problem. Most women who have epilepsy find it difficult to find partners, because when they tell the person that they have epilepsy, the beauty about epilepsy is, अगर मैं आपको बताऊँ नहीं ना, आपको पता ही नहीं चलेगा मुझे epilepsy है. तो most people ना, when they say that they have epilepsy ना, फिर वो सामने वाला शादी नहीं करना चाहता, क्योंकि उनको डर लगता है, अरे बच्चा नहीं हो पाया तो, अगर बच्चे को हुआ तो, अगर इसको फिट आया तो फिर हम इसका क्यों ध्यान रखें, हम कैसे ध्यान रखें. But that's not the case, क्योंकि हम खुद का ध्यान रखते हैं, because it's like blood pressure और diabetes. आपको सिर्फ रोज़ दवाई लेना है और 6 महीने में एक बार डॉक्टर को दिखाना है. इसमें कौन सी बड़ी बात है, ये तो डायबिटीज़ और ब्लड प्रेशर वाले रोज़ करते हैं. So I don't understand why we have to live with this I have epilepsy thing, it's fine. अगर है तो ठीक है, क्या बात है, life continues. Epilepsy is only a part of you, it's not you. You are much more than that. Since 2018, I work with an NGO called Samman, where we work with persons with epilepsy, and right now I'm the treasurer of Samman.